Thanks for getting my name right there. I think my mom and dad were last in line to catch up names. Okay, this is Smithville, Mississippi. It's a small town, approximately 700-800 people live there. And this is a Ford Explorer. If you look towards the back, see there's a water tower. This Ford Explorer struck that water tower. Rich Okolsky is the WCM. When this presentation was made, he was promoted to the MIC in Caribou, Maine, so I'm sure he'll give Rich a call when we talk. Here's the event background. The month of April was very, very busy for us. Began the month with a lot of LCS storms. So you might run on surveys about every 5 days or so. Toward the end of the month, we transitioned to the tornado mode. This was the third straight day that we had moderate risk or greater at the office. In addition, we had excessive rainfall. We had about 10 to 20 inches of rain all around the area. So we had a lot of flooding things occurring. All our tributaries were full, all the streets were full, and at the same time, it was the onset of the Great Mississippi River flood. As I said, the office was busy. At least 8 people on duty for the past 48 hours. It got a little busier. We even put some of our electronic technicians to task, answering phones, and helping out things like that. And you can see in the graphic down there, SBC did a wonderful job. There's a little loop. This is between 3 and 4 o'clock. It's a 1-hour loop. It's agonizing. You have to wait every 3 to 5 minutes to get on a loop like this. Well, one thing to note, 12 hours prior to this, we had a tornado went through roughly the same area. And so the people had been under the gun most of the day. There's an SRM, same storm. Again, after the storm goes through, everybody's trying to call. Reports are very, very slow to come in. I was finally able to contact one of our spotters, a person who worked with the emergency response there. He said it's the worst storm he's seen in 30 years. He said it looked like the police forest were gone. He said he used the word A-bomb to describe it. So we gathered more information, got ready, headed out the next morning. Got there, the NEMA folks had already set up their mobile command post, had already threatened taking all the life-threatening injuries either by hospital, or ambulance to the hospital, or by medevac life flight to the Memphis area. They were searching for bodies throughout the area. There was also, behind the high school they were looking, there's also the Tennessee-Tombigbee waterway is just adjacent to the little town of Smithville. They were trying to get teams of divers and things like that to search for bodies there as well. All the infrastructure in the town was gone. Like I say, it's a little small rural Mississippi town. No more fire department, no more police department. The city hall is gone, and the post office is gone. As again, the district EMA coordinator called us and says, "How soon can you be down here? This is horrible. This is the worst tornado damage that I've ever seen." That coordinator also worked in Kansas City tornado EF4 back in 2008. We did have a little bit of a problem getting down to Smithville. As I said earlier, there was 10 to 20 inches of rain across a large part of the area. Some of the roads that we would normally travel along, we had to backtrack, so we were delayed. It was only several. We got there about 10 o'clock that day. You can see at this place, concrete foundation, all completely gone, trees pretty much taken out in the background there. There was a babysitter in this home that was trying to take care of 2 children. She lost her life using her body to shield those children. They were medevac to the hospital in Memphis. Again, as Rich and I rolled into the place, we were sort of awestruck. Rich had done a tornado survey up in Union and Jackson, Tennessee. It was an EF4 damage, the worst he'd ever done. Back when I still had lots of hair when I was a youngster back in '74, I lived in North Alabama. There was an EF5 tornado that struck North Alabama, Canada, and Harvest communities. That's the only time I've ever reported to see damage like this. It's pretty obvious when we got on scene that it was an EF4 damage tornado. There were things starting to sort of jump out at us. We were really reluctant to say, okay, this is an EF5 tornado the first day. Rich got on his phone and he was burning it up to everybody that he knew that had any experience with a serious tornado like this. So we decided we'll look at building construction and what evidence we used to corroborate this is an EF5 tornado. Like I said, this is a small Mississippi rural town, but it had a lot of new buildings, and most of the buildings that we looked at that had been completely destroyed were built in the last 3 to 5 years. They were 1- and 2-story single residence family type structures. Talked to the people who lived in the community and said, yes, these were all well-built houses. And if you take a look at it, you can see that they were indeed well-built. Concrete foundations, all the load-bearing structures in the houses were bolted down. So that was one of the key things that we looked at. Also, we noticed that in most tornadoes, you go do a survey, you'll see whole couches, whole refrigerators, stoves, next to major large home appliances. You usually see them scattered about in the tornado damage field. We noticed very few items like that. Everything was shredded, completely torn apart. Again, some more things to corroborate the damage. These are trees in the background. They're completely snapped, all of the bark. There was some ground scouring in several areas. There was a 65 Chevy pickup parked in front of one of the homes. We talked to the gentleman, and he said that was his pickup. And he had walked back and forth across all the areas. No trace of the pickup anymore. It's completely gone. Again, in the axis of the damage path, the heart of the damage path, complete and utter destruction. Here's another shot at one of those homes there. If you look on the foundation there, you can see it had tiles on it. There's a small piece of a white piece of tile that's there, and that's all that was left there. Again, a well-constructed house, brick veneer. This was all anchored in the proper manner. There's also a road back behind there. You can't see it well from here. There's a type of road that's common here in the south. It's called chicken tar construction. They basically put little small rock chips out with the tar on it, and this goes base up to a road. Sorry, I don't have a picture of that, but there were some places where that road was actually rolled up. Again, I was saying Rich was burning his phone up. Hadn't looked at anything like this. He decided to do himself as an expert on this. It's a very deliberate, very conservative approach. Called Joe Schaefer and spoke with Alan Jarrett and Jackson. And then talked to other experts that were up at the office for return. We waited, sat on this one overnight, and in the morning we said, well, fellas, the evidence is there, it has to be a 5 tornado. You can see the former post office there, well constructed. Toward the back there was a gentleman who survived. The roof that he was in, partially left open, was made of concrete block with some rebar. So that was the safest place in that case. This is a big story here. This was, as far as I know, the only tornado shelter that was in the heart or the complete zone of destruction for this tornado. You can't really see it now. It used to have a ventilation curtain on it. There was a family who lived in was left in this home here. They all got inside the tornado shelter and survived. There's a lady who lived in the home adjacent to them. She was claustrophobic. No matter how much they begged, no matter what they said, the lady refused to get in the shelter. She lost her life as a result of that. Lesson to be learned, buildings to be replaced. Can't replace people. Again, we talked about the Ford Explorer that was launched into the tower. If you look carefully, you can see there's a dent in the tower right there. The people from NEMA noticed there was red paint on the tower when they did a safety inspection of that. Another person noticed there was gray paint on this Explorer. They took samples from both sides, sent them to the forensics experts in Jackson, Mississippi. They confirmed that the red paint on that tower and the gray paint on that were both matches. So that Ford Explorer was launched about a quarter of a mile away, struck this, and then went another quarter mile. This is a thing that has two things of significance. If you look, the tornado track from the southwest to the northeast, roughly from there to there was where the worst damage path was. This was the town cemetery. If you look, you can see a lot of the tombstones fell or toppled inward to where the tornado goes. So we are assuming this was an extremely powerful inflow. Inflow came in, knocked the tombstones over, then the tornado progressed to the northeast. Another thing that's poignant about this, when we look at infrastructure, we think of things like the police and fire department, things of that nature. This is another part of infrastructure. This is one of the first things that had to be rebuilt because there had to be a place for final resting place for people who lost their life there. And that's it. That's Rachel Kelsey. He has a better side. Be sure to give him a call at Buffalo and do a side up if you're doing it. Thanks.